How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk about a part of crypto that's going to possibly 25x. And the reason I say that is because personally, I feel very strongly that this is going to be a great sector to invest in, but also some of the largest investors and some of the largest companies in crypto are saying the same thing. They're saying that this is a huge opportunity. They're putting numbers behind it, and I will show you how much these could go up based on their numbers. Now, if you guys don't mind, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate that. It helps out the channel a lot. So if you don't mind taking a second to do that, I really do appreciate it. Also, there are links and timestamps underneath the video to anything that I talk about. So definitely check those out if you are interested in skipping around or you want access to some of the platforms that I use. Now, I do want to thank today's show sponsor, PrimeXBT. So this is a great platform for leverage trading. Now, of course, if you're not an experienced trader, it's probably not the best idea to do this because you can get wrecked. But if you are experienced and you feel comfortable with it, you can use margin. One thing that's cool about this is you can do something called co-vested copy trading. So you can actually co-vest with other people and make money off of their trades. Now you can also earn interest up to 14% APY. So you can do this with the link underneath the video. If you use that link, you actually get 25% off trading fees. Now this is not available to everyone. In the US, we can't use it, but if you're outside the US, you can, or you can even use something like VPN to get access to this in the US if you are interested. So recently they went live on iOS and you can trade with as little as $5. You can also earn up to $10,000 as part of their bug bounty reward program. So there are more details on their Twitter, but definitely check this out underneath the video. Again, there's that link that you can get 25% off trading fees. So thank you to PrimeXBT and check them out. So the whole crypto market is still a little bit sideways. We're ranging back and forth about 3 or 4% on a lot of cryptos. And I did a video earlier today talking about what large investors are doing, what whales are doing, because we did get a new weekly report from institutional investors. And it is interesting to see what they're doing. But right now, I think we're in a pretty good spot. The reason I say that is we saw the illiquid supply of Bitcoin drop drastically. So basically it was becoming more liquid back in May when we saw that extended bear market. Now it wasn't a multi-year bear market, but it was several months, right? We saw the illiquid supply fall, the price fell, but look at what happened recently. The illiquid supply fell just a little bit, but it kept on going up. The price is dipping, but the illiquid supply, the number of people that are putting away crypto long-term is still going up. So we might have to go through a little bit of ups and downs, but long term, I think we are still looking bullish over the coming months and maybe over the next year or so. We just got a nice shakeout of leverage. We saw leverage decrease by 20-something% within a day. So I was not surprised to see the price drop drastically. Now, that's great. I like talking about Bitcoin. I like talking about the larger cryptocurrencies. But let's talk about the huge opportunities in the market because that's why we're here, right? I told you 25x opportunity, and I'm not pulling this number out of thin air. Cathie Wood says that the metaverse could be worth trillions and will affect the world in ways we cannot even imagine right now. Now, I tried to find this clip. I could not find it anywhere. This is not the clip where she talks about it, but she's saying it's a huge opportunity. And again, we'll put numbers behind it to show you how much money you can make, and I'll tell you kind of what I think would make sense to invest in. But she says that the metaverse could be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity and that it would rise to the level and push far beyond gaming and consumer goods. We're going to have digital twins and it's going to enable a lot of fun and a lot of efficiencies. So one company that I invest in, one stock that I invest in that makes digital twins is actually Matterport. They're not an affiliate in any way, but they are a company that literally makes digital twins for companies, for building, stuff like that. She says it's a big idea that will probably infiltrate, just like technology is anyway, every sector in ways that we cannot even imagine right now. Epic Games CEO Tom Sweeney said the metaverse could be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. And then Grayscale also talked about it recently as being a multi-trillion-dollar market opportunity. Now, what they say here, which is really interesting, is they're not just talking about a $1 trillion market cap. They're saying over $1 trillion annual revenue market opportunity. So that's crazy to think about this. But when you think about how this could work, we're talking about new economies. which is something really fascinating that I think a lot of people don't even think about. It's not just land sales, it's not just tokens, it's not just people being a little avatar and talking to other people. We're talking about full economies, like Fashion Street. We recently saw some properties bought in Decentraland, and one of them is literally going to try to sell fashion goods in the metaverse. So they're buying this as a business opportunity, not just as a speculation on the price of the land in Decentraland. So that's fascinating when you think that so many people can make money in the metaverse and make that in real life. We've seen that with Axie Infinity, where people can play games and make money, but imagine being able to create a digital product, an NFT or something that you can use in the metaverse, and then being able to sell that and market that. It's like RuneScape in real life. So that is just fascinating. But how do we make money on this, right? They say that this could be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. When you look at the market, right, the market cap of the metaverse is only 40 billion. Now this has grown a lot this year, don't get me wrong, but that still leads to a 25x opportunity if we're just looking up to $1 trillion. If we go multi-trillion, or even if they bring in $1 trillion worth of revenue each year, this could be much higher. We're talking about 100x opportunity, maybe even more down the road. So how do I think about it? How do I see the opportunities in here? Well, first of all, it is nice to see that we're down a significant amount over the 7-day. I mean, we're down about 30, 40, 50% on a lot of these different cryptos, but a lot of these are still up over the last 60 days, some of them up hundreds or thousands of percent. Now, I think of gaming and then I think of metaverse slightly differently. So gaming opportunities, just like in real life, there are a lot of different games that make sense to invest in because like in real life, there are a lot of different games that people want to play, right? It's not just one game that's winner take all. Sure, some do really, really well. They appeal to a broad audience, but there's still a ton of different games that can do well. I think what you're gonna want to look for in this is a game that actually has a product or one that's coming very soon so that way you can buy in before a lot of people start playing it. Now, with the metaverse side, if you're looking at more of a social aspect with something like Decentraland or the Sandbox, I think you have to go with something that is large enough, or if you feel very strongly with something smaller, that's fine. But you want to go with something larger because just like in real life, there are only a few social platforms that actually win. They've got to hit this critical mass where people just go on and they see friends that they know. It's easy to interact with people. You don't want to go on a social platform and have 1,000 people across the entire platform, right? You want to be able to interact and not look back a few days later and see nothing new. So Decentraland, Sandbox, some of these other metaverses, I think make a lot of sense to invest in as opposed to something really small. Now, of course, if something's got really good graphics or great tokenomics or something like that, or there's a play to earn component, then it might change things up. But that's kind of how I think about it. A couple different cryptos that I've invested in case you're wondering. First of all, you can buy something like Ethereum. It's still going to take advantage of the metaverse, but something that's more of a pure play. Decentraland, I bought this under $1. Some people are wondering, hey, where's that 50x that you talked about with Decentraland? And it's actually gone up about 4 or 5x since I started investing. I did dollar cost average recently, and I still think it will go up in the future, right? I think this, like I said, is one of those winner take all situations in a metaverse where the top players will win a majority of the market. Now, games are different. Games, I am not going to spend 10 hours trying to research different games. Some people are making a lot of money doing that, but for me, I'm invested into Phantasma, which is a layer 1. It's not even in the metaverse, it's over here in NFTs because they make NFTs that can be used in a lot of different games. They're smart NFTs. So that's why I like Phantasma, because I don't have to bet on one specific game. I can invest into a broad range of games because they are layer 1 that works with a lot of different games. So that's why I like Phantasma. Now, you can do your own research. I have looked through a decent portion of these games, but there are a ton that I haven't looked through, right? So definitely do your own research. You might find a gem that I've never even looked at that could do extremely well. So that's why it's really important to do your research in crypto right now. Always do your own research, always watch other people too, so that way you can get ideas. But let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Again, thank you to PrimeXBT. You can check out the link underneath the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.